You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings.
Hello, welcome to February 22nd, 2022. A day that we will not live again in our lifetime. Only this date you will live in once in a lifetime. There's so much incredible energy about this day. There's so many explanations as to why it is what it is. And I'm not going to get into all that. I thought, you know what? I might be I'm just going to go where the wind takes me and see what today is all about. And this morning, I purposely, consciously surrounded myself with positive energy. And you know why? Primarily is because today you should, under all circumstance, stay away from anything negative, absolutely at all costs. If your spouse is in a bad mood, walk away. I'm not kidding you. Anything that's negative in your life today, you do have the power to get away from, and I urge you to, because today is such a high energy portal of manifestation. And what I mean by that is that what you do put out today into the universe, positive or negative, will come back to you so fast and so fierce, it'll make your head spin. Okay? So you don't want it to be negative. Anyway, for anybody that does not know me, I am Julie Townsend, and I am CEO and founder of Quantum Connections Incorporated. And the fun part of it is a Quantum Academy, a Facebook group that everybody is welcome to join, just for some uplifting and positivity in their lives. Today, I thank you for coming, and I thought, what have I been doing all morning is intentionally feeding my mind with positivity. That's what I have intentionally done. Hello, Case. Nice to see you here today. And I urge you to do the same. If people are really even at a loss, like, well, I don't know how to do this and how to do that. You know what? Just take a pen, which I just put over there. I won't reach. A pen to paper, and just write down all that you're grateful for. You and I both know that if you simply just write down gratitude, it changes your energy. You have no choice. You cannot write something that you are grateful for and happy for in your life and be in a bad mood. They coexist, but you can't do them at the same time. So that's why Bob used to always say, when you take a pen to paper and start gratituding, that you will automatically lift your energy. And if you can get the highest possible energy out of today, because of course that's what you're going to be projecting out into the universe, that's what you want to do. So dance, listen to your favorite music, listen to Bob, like that's me, because he just gets me all revved up, and I love listening to Bob or Gabby Bernstein or whoever your favorite is. Tony, get into the Tony Robbins mood and start jumping around like a crazy person. Listen to positivity, get into positivity today. If it's just one day that you intentionally, every minute of the day, say, I'm going to be positive, and you do that today, this is the day to do it. So I was talking about all of this positivity to someone. I've had such a busy house today. I'm going to change my day, or maybe time, for these lives, because at the particular time at noon is always such a busy time. There's people coming and going. My phone is blowing up. I have meetings that are just on the cusp of me coming on here. My house cleaner is here and she vacuums right above my head and all those things. So I just thought, today is so important to talk to you. I didn't want to have a lot of interruptions. So that's why I just put it off because I can, because this is my life, right? And anyhow, I just wanted to tell you that I'm not sorry for being late because I'm not late. You run your life. I run my life. And you should never be apologizing for your life. You have my dog that's barking right now. Like there's just some things that are out of your control. So let's kick this off. I actually took some notes and I put them down onto like my iPad. Okay. So I'm going to read this because I was kind of jotting stuff down about positive thinking. And I want to get it across in a diplomatic, understandable way. But before we do that, you know me, and I love my cards. So let's pick a card. One of Gabby's cards. Sounds going to be like this one. It says, when I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. That's cool. On such a great day. Okay. So we're going to just talk about thoughts today really quickly. You might not think that your thoughts, this is what I put in my actual Facebook post today. You might not think that your thoughts are important when it comes to your life, but I'm here to tell you they are actually one of the most powerful forces in the world. Thoughts are vibrations of energy, okay? And that energy has the potential to make your life wonderful or miserable. What you put out, you're getting. You're either thinking positive thoughts or negative thoughts. You're not thinking something in the middle. You're thinking up or down. And they certainly play a role in your emotions and your behavior. You can't be happy and act like a jerk, right? It's the same thing as you can't write something that you're happy and grateful for and be in a bad mood. You can't do them at the same time. So say you think, let's look at this in the grand scope of things. For example, you think negative thoughts 90% of the day, like the majority of the day. So that means 9 out of 10 thoughts are negative. Whether you realize it or not, those thoughts are weighing you down. You probably know that. You feel that, right? So even if 10% are positive and hopeful, the 90% trumps it every time. Thoughts manifest. They are energy that you can't see it, but they're constantly being put out into the universe. Based on the law of attraction, your thoughts will attract things to you. If you think negative thoughts, you are likely attracting negative things, circumstances, people into your life. On the other hand, if you think positive thoughts, you are attracting positive things, circumstances, and people into your life. Of course, the number of positive versus negative thoughts do play a role. If you primarily are thinking positive thoughts throughout the day, a few negative ones that filter through aren't going to outweigh all the positive, and vice versa. So, have you ever met someone who seems happy most of the time? They walk around smiling even when all hell seems to be breaking loose, right? Why do you think that? Most likely it is because they've learned how to tap in to the power of positive thinking. And it's a skill. I'll tell you, it's a skill. It doesn't come, I can't say it comes naturally. Some people might think of somebody in their life and say, oh, they're always happy. But I'll bet you somewhere in that person, they do have to have an intentionality about them to be as positive they are. I think back to my grandma. She seemed happy all the time. But you know what? As she raised me, there was a couple occasions that I actually caught her crying, but what I can't remember. And when she saw me see her, she got herself together like now. And I was like, wow, like it's okay, Graham, it's okay. It wasn't okay to her. It just taught me a lesson. It didn't teach me the lesson that you can't show your feelings or nothing like that. She was showing her feelings. She was very upset about something, but she was not going to project that to the outside world. And I was her outside world. So I remember that. Anyway, and that just really came to me just right out of the blue. So anyway, these people, they tap into positive thinking. Even when the skies are cloudy, they manage to see the silver lining and take an optimistic perspective. Even when the bills are piled high, their partner packed their bags and left, and the boss informs them they're laid off. They seem to harness like this positive thinking to their advantage. They're looking for the good. How do they do that? They're like a breath of fresh air. You just love to be around them. The good news is you can be like this too. Your thoughts can manifest your reality. In fact, they have. Your thoughts, whatever's going on in your life right now, this is what Bob told me, and that shook my head and rattled it around, was you are responsible for everything happening in your life right now. You have thought it into existence, what's going on right now. And I was like, oh my gosh. But the good news is if I thought this into existence and it wasn't so great at the time, then I can rethink. And I did. And it's amazing. So think of thoughts like a boomerang. When you think of a thought, it goes out into the universe and it will eventually come back to you, right? Just like a boomerang does. The type of thought you think will determine what it grabs out there and bring back to you. Like a faithful pet retrieving a stick, throw it really hard into the bush. Even if it means bringing back a bear, it's going to bring you back that stick, right? Change your thoughts, you change your life. You've heard it many times. Stephen Richards said it this way: a thought is a cosmic order waiting to happen. That's good. If you're not happy with your life right now, take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. Rest assured you can do something about it. If you change your mindset, you can change your life. It's like a switch. This might sound a bit cliche, but it's true. For some reason, it is easier to let your thoughts sway negative than positive. It's just kind of how we're hardwired. Okay, we just have to understand that this is how I am built. It goes back to caveman days. It's how you are hardwired. But the good news is, with conscious awareness, you know how to change it. So have you ever noticed that you automatically think the worst in some situations? Like when you go to the doctor and you have a test done. You don't normally have to you normally have to fight hard to counter the negative thoughts that can kind of come to your mind. It's almost like the brain gets hardwired towards the negative. So it's important to learn how to retrain it. And that's what we do. Here's how you can begin to change your thoughts and create a wonderful reality. Okay. Here we go. Some top, I don't know, I think I wrote 3 down. Number 1, monitor your thoughts in your life. Just monitor your thoughts. The first thing you can do to catch your thought is to monitor them for a day or 2 and just say, how am I thinking? Really? Like what do I think about? Do I let myself kind of get into a mundane slide and I'm not thinking so good? Rein that in. Observe what type of thoughts are running around in your brain. When something occurs, what side of the coin does your brain automatically like to roll? Is it positive or is it negative? As you observe, take some notes. Doesn't hurt. Grab a notebook, take some notes, write them down. Then change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. So take your negative thoughts and turn them into positive ones. For example, you tend to think this a lot. I never seem to get ahead. Okay, just ditch that thought. And I want you to write down a positive statement to counter it, such as, I am getting ahead more and more each day. Feel the difference. Just feel the difference. Okay? If the thought feels heavy, it is heavy. If a thought feels inspirational and light, that's how you want to think. Start speaking your thoughts out loud. Make yourself think this thought and even speak it. So when you've countered it and turned it around, speak it as often as you can. Mutter it to you under your breath. I can do this. I can do this. The little train, the good. Repetition is key when you're learning to retrain your brain. It's just it just left me. Neural pathway. It's a neural pathway that you are creating. And then to create it, you have to just keep dripping what you want in that neural pathway. You speak it and speak it and speak it and write it when you can. Take all your negative thoughts and do this regularly. You might even want to create like a positive affirmation list and read it out loud. I find best time is in the morning when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Perhaps you feel perhaps that you're at your worst, like, oh my God, my hair is like everywhere. I'm like, I got no makeup on and all this stuff. And you're looking at yourself, but you still look at yourself and you say, I love you. You're so awesome. And get your script out and talk to yourself. You have no idea how powerful that is. Incredibly powerful. I know some extremely successful women, and that's how they turned it around on a dime. Is that's all they did. They changed. They recreated themselves. They made a new self-image. They wrote it out, and then they started force feeding themselves basically in the mirror. They are night and day. I wish I could just expand on that, but I don't have time right now. You are what you think. So understand, without me getting into too much teaching, the subconscious mind does not know the difference between truth or not. So what you tell it, it's like, okay, you are beautiful. Okay, I am beautiful. You are smart. Okay, I am smart. Now, the opposite applies too. So that's why we want to nip those negative thoughts in the bud. Okay. Your life today may very well reflect all the thoughts that you have thought up until this day. Sure, some things they've occurred that may have contributed to your life as is, but may also be your subconscious thoughts that have been playing a huge role where you are right now. Knowing this is your chance to start thinking new thoughts today. Write something out, something short and simple, but you can just start. And you will start to manifest a more peaceful, abundant, and joyful life from here on out. I promise you. Make a commitment today to begin being more of a witness of your thought life. Just like, oh, where did that come from? Well, that ain't happening again. And then just turn it around, make fun of it, make a game of it. It's like, whoa, rein that in, and just keep yourself accountable for how you're thinking. Get rid of the stinking thinking. And retraining your brain is possible. It really is. I have and I continue to retrain mine because that is what got me in my predicament 2.5 years ago was my stinking thinking. And I had to rewire my brain. And the minute I did, it not only changed me, it changed everything around me. It had the most profound ripple effect that I am forever grateful for. And I'm forever grateful to Bob for teaching me that I was responsible and I did something about it. So be patient. Be patient with yourself as you're going through the process, and just know that being persistent will pay off. And there's days that are great, and there's days that aren't so great, and there's days that are great, and there's days that are not. I'm here to tell you today is a hugely great day. Whether you think it or not, accept my truth in that today can really, really be a power move in your life somehow, some way, right until your wrist is sore. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and whatever that is, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. Lots and lots and lots. And see what happens. What do you got to lose? Hey? So you might have given up a day being happy and joyful. Oh, sorry. See what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. Love you. Talk to you again. 20 minutes. I just seem to love that 20-minute mark, but that's okay. We will see you next week, maybe a different time. I don't know yet, but we will be there. And I thank you kindly for being here. Talk to you later.